Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Lema the Polyglot, and today I'm going to be telling you how I learned, I'm still learning 6 languages before I turned 25. But before we go on to that, let me give you a very brief introduction in all the languages that I speak. Starting with English, my name is Lema. I am 22 years old. I live in Nigeria, Lagos, and I love languages. And I'm a polyglot. Hallo, ich heiße Lema. Ich bin 22 Jahre alt, wohne in Nigeria, Lagos, und ich liebe Sprachen zu lernen. Salut, je m'appelle Lema. J'ai 22 ans, j'habite à Lagos, Nigeria, et j'aime apprendre le langue. 안녕하세요. 저는 레마입니다. 저는 22살입니다. 라고스, 나이지리아 살아요. 오늘을 배우는 좋아해요. 你好，我叫Lema，我是21岁。我住在尼日利亚，我喜欢学习语言。Olá, eu sou Lema, eu tenho 22 anos, eu moro a Lagos, Nigeria. Eu gosto de aprender línguas. Obrigada. So, with that introduction, let's get into today's video. So, let's start. I'm starting with the very first language I learned before I added all this other bunch of languages to my other languages, which is the German language. I signed up into the Goethe Institute, Nigeria, Lagos, in 2019, and I started my A1 course, and from there I went to my B1, B2. I didn't really use much resources. I just used the textbooks that were being used in the school, and I didn't really expose myself as at then to German content until when I entered the level A2. It was till then I didn't even know the language, so I watched Easy German a lot, and Namika, I listened to her songs a lot. And there was this you won't believe what I did. I went to YouTube and searched for songs I know but in the German version, and I found this lady.
Wann waren wir jünger und kostenlos?
It was really funny.
Es fühlte wie sie hatten an den Füßen derer.
The second one is Korean. I started learning Korean way before I started learning German by myself with apps, and then I wasn't learning it with the Hangul. I was learning the romanization, and I gave up. Even though it was romanization, I gave up. I began with Korean and I started using romanization. Even though I started using romanization, I gave up using romanization. And then I left the language until 2023. I picked up the language again, and I discovered an app called Write It Korean, where I started learning how to write Hangul, and from there I used various resources. Trust me when I say I used various resources, and finally settled on with Korean Grammar in Use and Talk to Me in Korean. And I also checked out YouTube channels like Tammy Korean, Korean Pod 101, and How to Study Korean.com, and even their YouTube channel. And later on, I studied a lot of grammar. I neglected listening Korean. Maybe that is why in 2025 now I'm still struggling with speaking it, because of maybe the stress sentence structure too as well is also drawing me back from speaking Korean. And for French, I never really studied much in French. I just realized that all the years of studying it in school and my dad bringing a teacher for me in the at home made me wake up. I think it woke up the language in my brain. So I discovered I knew lots of verbs, words, and how to construct them, even without going to the grammar book like I usually do with my other languages. As for Chinese, I paid for a 1-month course from Learn Chinese with Sarah. If you know her, she teaches Chinese online on Instagram. Her name is Learn Chinese with Sarah, but now she has her own Chinese school. She really helped me with my Chinese, and I'm still working on my Chinese. And what I use for my Chinese now, before I used the HSK1 book, but now I use Chinese, Ni Hao Chinese, and it says it was recommended for A1. And I also use Mayot, if you know it. They have an app, but I listen to their podcast for beginners, so to train my ears in listening to Chinese. And also, the last but not the least, Portuguese. I started learning Portuguese 5 months ago, and I can see my progress because it's similar to French and Spanish. Okay, I don't know any word of Spanish, but I know that if I see Spanish, I can comprehend a little bit, but I can't speak Spanish. Portuguese, I use textbooks like I recommended on my TikTok. I'll show the pictures here. I used 2 textbooks. It has the course and the workbook and the workbook. I also use Tobo Portuguese, Tobo PT. It's on Apple Store. They have the Brazilian one and the European Portuguese. I use the European Portuguese one, and I also listen to a particular podcast. I can't remember the name. I'm going to put the picture on the screen. And that's it for all the languages I've learned. I'm still learning before 25. And I want to throw a question at you guys. If you have learned a language and given up on it, please go back to it and try to see how you can challenge yourself in learning these languages. And don't forget to give me your feedback in the comments. And if it's kind of video you like to watch, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like the video. Bye. I'll see you in the next one.